Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to make a classic Bangladeshi prawn curry or prawn bhuna, which is slightly dry. This is a really home style dish and a classic in most Bangladeshi homes, and I'm going to show you my version, which is really simple, learnt from my mother, obviously with a few adjustments. And I'm going to cook it with peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, and finish it off with some fresh coriander. It's really perfect with plain white rice, or you could have it with flatbread, such as fried flatbread porota, and one of my all-time favourites. So let's get started. So here's what we'll need for our Bangladeshi prawn curry. Got 350 grams of large prawns which have been peeled and deveined. Make sure to use raw prawns. This can be any type, not necessarily Bangladeshi. 1 medium onion which is sliced. 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. A small bunch of fresh coriander. 3 whole green chillies. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1.5 teaspoon of hot chili powder. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. 1 teaspoon of kashmiri chili powder, which is milder in flavour, so I thought I'd mix the two. 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder, and we're also going to use 2 peppers. I've got a red one and a green one because the flavours kind of vary, so decide to mix the two up. The red tends to be sweeter. These are cut into about 1-inch piece chunks. Got 2 medium potatoes which are peeled, which I'm also going to cut into large chunks, and 2 large tomatoes, also to be cut into large chunks. We're also going to need 3 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to roughly crush. So to get started, take a large frying pan and put the heat on to medium-high. Then add the oil. And once the oil is hot, which will take about 30 seconds or so, we're going to add the onions. Add the onions. So once you add the onions, add the salt. We're also going to add the garlic, because the garlic which I've roughly chopped. Stir together the garlic, onions and salt until you have a really nice golden mixture for about 2 to 3 minutes. It's been about 3 minutes. The onions have turned a really nice pale golden colour along with the garlic. So I'm going to add about 50 milliliters of water and cover it with a lid and leave it cooking for a few minutes on low heat. And meanwhile, I'm going to get on with chopping the potatoes and the tomatoes. And just put the flame to low, and we're going to come back and check on this in a few minutes. So cut the tomatoes into large chunks, so quarter, and then cut half way through. We're going to cut the potatoes into large chunks, so just slice them once down the middle, and then lengthways, and then into 6 pieces, so they're like a little 1/2 inch or so. Tomatoes have been chopped into large chunks, so into 8s, and The potatoes have been cut into 12 pieces each, so they're slightly smaller than the tomatoes. The onions have been cooking about 4 minutes now on low heat. They've softened and they've taken on a really nice golden colour. So now we're going to add the spices. You can see when the onions are ready because the water you've added will have evaporated and you'll see the oil has risen to the surface again. We're going to add all our spices. And saute this for about a minute or so over medium heat. So you just need to cook out the raw spices. Now we're going to add the tomatoes. Stir this around. Then add the peppers and the potatoes. Give this a good stir. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit to medium-low and cover and cook for a couple of minutes. So it's been a couple of minutes. Now we're going to add 50 milliliters of water. So now we're going to leave this on medium-low heat and cover with the lid again and cook for a few more minutes, so we'll come back soon. The potatoes are almost cooked through, so just pierce it gently with a fork to see how soft they are. So they should go in with a little bit of pressure. And by the time the prawns cook, because they don't take very long to cook, the potatoes will have cooked as well and everything else softened. So we're just going to add the prawns. So mix the prawn into everything properly. So these are large king prawns. You see them kind of shrivel up really nicely because they've been cut down the middle. So now we're going to cook this uncovered for about a minute or so on medium heat. Now what we're going to do is lower the heat to medium-low, cover and cook for a few minutes. So the prawns have been cooking for about 3 minutes on medium-low heat. They're almost completely cooked through. You can see they've shriveled up nicely, which is a good sign. And you'll see a little bit of kind of oil seeping out towards the side of the dish. So after about 3 to 4 minutes, add the coriander and the green chillies. And we're not going to really stir this in, so just kind of place it on top. If the potatoes go soft, you don't want to break them up as well. And now we're going to cook this on low heat for about another 3 minutes and then we'll be done. So it's been about 4 minutes cooking on low heat. So we're just going to take a look. Look at that, doesn't that look amazing? Just turned off the flame. The prawns are fully cooked, so they've taken about 7 minutes to cook in total. So make sure not to overcook them, otherwise they'll become rubbery. So you can see they've curled up nicely and taken on a really nice golden colour. Everything else is cooked. The potatoes are soft and the peppers are cooked through as well. So we don't want them to become really soft, just to retain their shape. So you can also check the seasoning in case you want a little bit more salt, and do that just before you turn off the flame and give it a very gentle kind of stir and then turn off the flame. Get a nice serving dish. Look at these juicy prawns. Smells amazing. I wish I could smell this. Look at this amazing final dish of prawn bhuna, or king prawn curry, Bangladeshi style. You can see the peppers, the potatoes, the green chillies and the coriander that I finished it with. It smells absolutely amazing and I can't wait to give it a try. So guys, there you have it, my Bangladeshi prawn bhuna or prawn curry made with king prawns, peppers and potatoes. So let's give it a try. Take a piece of the prawn. It's spicy, slightly sweet from the peppers and tomatoes, and the prawns are cooked perfectly. They're not rubbery, they're not overcooked, and everything just marries up perfectly with all the spices, the garlic, and I know this is going to pair perfectly with some rice, which is what I'm going to eat it with later. This is so delicious. I know you're going to absolutely love this, guys, so do give it a try, and if you like this recipe, do give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe and share, and I shall see you next time.